Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your one and only Eric on the winning side. Thank you guys for the amazing support and the amazing love that you guys are showing me in this amazing YouTube channel. Guys, I feel so much loved and overwhelmed by what you are doing in this channel, for the people that are sharing, giving me thumbs up for the videos. So far it's just, it has just taken God's hand, I have to say that. And for everything that we are doing, we are just halfway towards 1,000 subscribers, and it's through your amazing support. Guys, remember that this channel is not here to motivate you, but to inspire you. And I'll tell you the reason. Motivation is just like a storm that comes in a while, then it disappears. It stays there and then it disappears after some time, all right? But inspiration is just like the air that you breathe, all right? You need the air wherever you go, in whatever that you do, you need that air. And this is the purpose of this channel, that is to inspire you, to keep you motivated, all right? Yeah, and so guys, today is another Monday, it's another week to give you something inspirational. And the story that I am about to share today, guys, it's just amazing, and I hope that you're going to learn something. And the topic today is just living in the land of good enough. All right? Yeah. So there was this master who had his own servant, and so the master decided to go for a trip. And it was so many years ago, and you know very well that so many years ago people never used to drive like today, the way we have cars. People could either walk, or if you had a horse, you could use a horse, of course, for your trip. So the master decided to have his trip by walking, all right? Route 11. Yeah, so the master and his servant, they walked for very many miles, and then they came across a house that was just beside some lake somewhere. And the master decided that let's talk to the owner of this house and see whether he can lend us a cup of water, okay? And of course, that's what they did. And the owner of the house brought a cup of water and gave to these two people who are traveling. And the master requested the owner of the house, could we spend the night here as we rest, and maybe we could leave in the morning, and the first watch in the morning. And so the owner of the house did not refuse, and accepted the visitors, and of course they spent the night. He was talking. The master asked the owner of this house, what do you do for a living? And the guy told him that I have a cow there that I milk, and I sell the milk, all right? And that's how I normally get my income. And the master didn't have anything else to say, and it was time to sleep, so they rested, okay? And the master, during the night, he woke up his servant and said that we are leaving right now. By this time, they have not woken up the owner of the house. The owner of the house is still sleeping. And the master told the servant that we are leaving, and we are going also to take his cow, and we go with it. And the servant was so much concerned. Why is my master living with somebody else's cow? Because that's stealing. And he was so disturbed. He even had the guts, the audacity to ask the master, don't you think we are stealing? And this cow is the only livelihood that supports this farmer, or the owner of the house. And the master never said anything. But you know what servants are. You have to obey your master. And so they took the cow and they left. And so for many days, many months after they are done with their trip, and of course years, this servant was so much concerned because he was wondering, how is this guy surviving? The guy that they took the cow from. How is he surviving? How has he been surviving? And so one day, he decides that he's going to visit this guy again. And so he goes, and upon his arrival, he notices that the place that they were, that place has been planted very nice fruit trees, all right? Yeah, there were so many fruit trees, or any fruit that you can think of. The land was very fertile, and also this guy had planted vegetables. So, as I said earlier, the land was very, very fertile. And so, this guy decides to ask the owner of the field, the one they took the cow from, who did this for you? And the guy replied that the day you left, my cow got lost. And so I was so much devastated and so much stressed, because that was my only livelihood. And I didn't know what to do when the cow got lost, okay? And I decided that I'm going to start farming. So I bought some seeds and came and planted them. And the first harvest, I sold it, and I got some profit. Then I bought more seeds and planted even more vegetables and fruits, all right? Yeah, so this particular servant was very much impressed by what this guy did. And so the servant came to understand why his master took the cow. It's because the master had seen that this guy or this farmer had a fertile land, and he was not making use of it. And this guy's mentality was limited to this one cow. And that's why I want to derive my topic today. That are you just living in the land of good enough? Just because you have that cow that you're milking every day, just because you have that one kiosk or one food joint that you are running, you don't think that you can open another one, and your business expands. You know, you don't want to go the extra mile to take the risk. You don't want to go the extra mile just to apply your energy even one more time, just to see your business expand. Of course, I'm talking about in the line of business, but even in your personal gifts. You could be in a certain profession, and your company is looking for a person who is skilled in doing something else. Yes, you have your own career, but you could be also skilled in something else, and you could also become a resourceful person to your company. So guys, what kind of lessons do we derive from such kind of a beautiful story? Number one is, don't live in your comfort zone. I know you've heard this very many times, but I'll tell you one more time, that at times living in your own comfort zone will make you dull, all right? You'll not think beyond, all right? And I know you've heard of this saying that always think outside the box. And the question is, where do you start? And I'll tell you, which takes me to my second point, that have people who challenge you. There are people who will challenge you by what they say to you. And there are people who challenge you by what they do themselves. And there are people who challenge you by their actions, all right? There are people who are there just to challenge you. Can you learn from them? Can you be in an environment? I'll tell you, if a seed, you know, every one of us, we contain a seed. We are like a seed actually, okay? And the moment a seed is placed on the wrong ground, it will not do well. On the wrong environment, it will not do well. But no matter how that good seed is and is put on the wrong environment, I'll tell you for sure that seed will not do good. But if you put a good seed into the right soil, into a fertile land, I'll tell you that seed will grow into beautiful tree, or it will produce what you expect it to produce. And I'll tell you, all of us, we are like seed. The moment you are placed on good soil, we have people who challenge us, people who are cultivating our talent, people who tell us that, Eric, can you try this? Or can you try and move to this direction? That's what we need in our lives, people who challenge us, putting ourselves into the right environment. Don't put yourself around people who don't challenge you. people who are be around people who are very much valuable, people who are positive minded, because your life is so precious to be around negative minded people, people that don't value life, people who are careless living. You know, they carefree, they don't mind how they live, they don't care about their next step. I told you, you are like a seed, and I'll tell you that your environment of people, the people around you, if they are not good to you, if they are toxic, then you as a seed, you're not going to survive. And that's why I'm going to stop today. And I hope that you've learned something, you've picked something home, a point or two. And guys, remember, if you've not subscribed to this amazing channel, you better subscribe to this amazing channel, and let's meet in the next video. Bye bye.